Cool, we're live. Okay, so continuing this series, or at least these exercises, I'm going to be taking on a practice question that's meant to get me to explore Laravel's collections a bit more in preparation for an upcoming Laravel certification exam. And as an added challenge to myself, I am going to be doing it in a test-driven development way. So, without further ado, let's get started. All right, so the problem we need, or at least the function we need to build, is a function called getLettersAsString. So just to give some context, we previously wrote a function which would take an array of numbers, those numbers being from 1 to 26 and representing the corresponding letter in the English alphabet, to ultimately produce a word. So what we did have at the end of that function was essentially you could give it an array of numbers and it would return an array with the corresponding letter in the same position as that number, but as an array and as split text. So what this question is aiming to do is it's asking us to make use of certain collection helper functions that Laravel provides and to essentially concatenate each of the values in the array and produce a string. So looks simple, so it should be simple. So maybe we can get through this one quicker than the other one. All right, so here we go. So I've got my IDE open, I've got my terminal open. So the first thing that you always need to do in test-driven development is write a failing test. But I wrote my test in the, was it the collection service test? Yes, there they are. Okay, brilliant. So that's the one. And as always, I filter out onto the test that I want to run, so that the whole test suite doesn't necessarily need to run. So PHP artisan test dash dash filter equals, then it's going to be collection service test. See that run? All test passed, fantastic, which means we can get cracking. So let's clear that out. Let's go back to the, okay, so given the output of getLetters call, return a string with letters joined, making use of the collection join function. And then there's the sample input and the expected output. So there's our test, and we're going to be testing the getLettersAsString method. So let's get to the IDE. Public function test get, we're saying get letters as string, get letters as string. There we go. And we need to do, let's say, first things first. As far as I am aware, we have a collection service instantiated at the top when this test, when it builds itself. Let's see, how did I make that work? Got you. Oh, right. Okay, because we registered the service container, so it is available when during the app's life cycle. Okay, fantastic. So we're going to be doing um, get letters as string, and this will accept an array. And in this example, the array is that one, so we're going to start feeding it that. Well, actually, that'll already fail, right? Because we don't have that function yet. So let's see. Do we have a failing test? Yes, we do. And it's saying that there's an undefined method. All right, so we need to write the minimum amount of code to get this to pass, which will be on the collection service. Collection service, there we go. And so we need a new function, public. We said the function name was get letters as string. Get letters as string. This will accept an array, letter array, and I don't think I'm using PHP 8 yet, so I don't think I can drop this yet. What did I do wrong? Function, there we go, with a C. Okay, return all colon. There we go. So after that, then we should have this. So let's just clear that output. Okay, too few arguments, otherwise perfect, which means we need to update our test. And we're just going to pass it a blank array. There we go. That should do the trick. Yes, this test didn't perform any assertions. Perfect, that's correct because we aren't asserting anything as yet. All right, but we do have the function and it is passing, so now we need to make it fail again. So let's have a look at that. So there's 8, 5, 12, 12, 15. 8, 5, 8, 5, 12, 12, 15. This is the result equals, and then we are going to try and assert. Assert equals, so the expected value we said is the string hello, noting all caps. So let us say that we are expecting it. Hello, I think it was 2L, yes, 2Ls, yeah, definitely. Okay, so we've got hello over there. And the actual is the result. And a string message would not be necessary because we're only doing a single assertion over here, so I'm not comfortable leaving that blank. Okay, fantastic, which means failing test, yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Clear, running it, perfect, failed asserting that null matches expectation of hello. Okay, so fantastic, we've got a failing test, so we need it to give us the text hello. So you're going to do that, hello. Okay, fantastic, so now, perfect, our test is passing, but we know we're cheating at the moment. So in other words, what we also need to do is we're going to do this again, except we're going to make one minor change. So this is going to be result A and result B. So that's going to be result A. And this assert equals. So I'm going to do expect hello. And then this is going to be result B. And result B, we're just going to change that to be 1. And so now we can't cheat the system anymore. Brilliant. The second assertion fails because the first one is hard-coded. So now we need to write the minimum code to get that to pass. All right, so we know that the requirement says that we need to make use of the get letters method. So let's do this get letters method. We're going to give it the letter array, right? This should be returning the collection. Okay, we've got the collection over there. Just going to have a look and see that we did indeed put that down as such. Right, we've got the toAlpha method, which is what we extended it with. Let's quickly have a look at that. Map function, there we've got that. If I recall correctly, we needed to extend the macro. So there we go. So there's a toAlpha. That will return an array. Okay, so in other words, we will collect this array to pass it as a collection. The reason we're doing that is because the requirement says we need to make use of the collection join function. So we will be then changing this, and since we now have a collection, we should be able to use the join. So the glue is the string, and the final glue string as if I expect this to work, it should be something like that. We basically just want it to join all the characters together. Let's give that a test run, clear the output, and there we go, passes. Both tests pass, and it is sufficiently covered by 2 scenarios so that you can't cheat the output and you know that it is dynamic. And there we go.